question I get a lot is, how did my kid get so many cavities? I feel like this is a really good question because a lot of times we feel like we're eating a healthy diet, we're feeding kids all their fruits and veggies, but we're still seeing cavities. And this is really one of those things that comes down to understanding the science behind how cavities form, which is what we call caries etiology. And basically, the best way I can explain it is there's bacteria that live on our teeth. Every time we eat, they eat whatever we eat. And so then they digest what we eat, and their poop is acid. Kids love when you explain it this way too, by the way, because they just love to say poop. So then what happens is that acid is the part that breaks down the teeth. So anything that's acidic can also contribute to the breakdown and destruction of the teeth. So even things like fruits that are really delicious and good for us and have lots of vitamins and nutrients still can cause cavities because they have fructose, which those bacteria can digest and excrete acid. So when we're thinking about the decisions and the options, the things that we can do to reduce cavity formation, the biggest one is duration of exposure to any fermentable carbohydrate. What that basically means is when we eat and how long we eat. So if your kid is a grazer and they love to just snack on little bitty snacks all day, which so many kids do because their bodies are growing and they haven't quite learned how to understand hunger signals, they're still working on all that. They like to just eat a little bit, run and go play, and then come back and eat some more. And that's really the worst thing they could do for their teeth because it's so hard for the body to ever buffer that acid that's being produced. So if you can encourage them to sit down at meal times, I know, easy for me to say, hard for you to do. If you can get them to sit down and eat at meal times and encourage them to stay away from certain snacks that can cause cavities, then we can usually get back on track. So the best snacks for your kids to have would be veggies, nuts, cheese, and meat. Those are the ones that really aren't gonna contain any fermentable carbohydrate or very little. And so it's really hard for the acid to contribute to breaking down the teeth under those circumstances. It's really easy, I know, for me to sit here and say, reduce grazing, reduce snacking, steer them towards these other choices, but it definitely makes a big difference. So if there's any chance that your kid is getting lots of cavities and they're a grazer, that would be my number one change, would be finding a way to discourage eating between meals. And you got your work cut out for you. Happy trails.